Welcome to Behind the Curtain, Ashland Community Theater.
And we really are behind the curtain this time.
Well, we're almost behind the curtain,
We're
yes.
behind the curtain if it were closed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are here tonight for dinner conversations, day before dress rehearsal. And we're going to be interviewing some of the actors, and we're going to see some of your scene be done on stage. Yes.
Awesome.
We're going to see your your directorial talents.
Woo.
And
That's a little scary.
yeah, and we've got 27.
Mon Dieu! Some Morses, they are here!
But it's not Thursday. And he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Those Frenchmen.
That's the Frenchman.
Okay.
Can't trust him anyway. But
Yeah, that's all right.
so we're going to interview our many actors and cast members.
27
Yes.
actors.
6 directors, 1 measly producer. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And
How he does it all, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll talk to him someday. We'll figure it out. So we'll see all of that.
We will.
And then we'll come back and close it up. How's
Will
that
we?
sound? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we
cool.
will just go home.
All right. Go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello. We are filming an episode of our TV show called Behind the Curtain, and we're doing the behind-the-scenes scenes of dinner conversations. And I'm here with 2 of the wonderful actors in the scene. We have Pam and Bill. Pam, is it Schwepp or Schwepp and Novakowski. So, Bill, how did you find out about Ashland Community Theater?
I found out about it, I believe it was on Facebook. Someone from another theater group had spoke of being cast in a production. I thought, local, 5 minutes down the hill, be a good thing.
And you were in our show Therapy Sessions, where you played one of the Charles Link character, which is a very well-liked character. And you've come back. You must have something that we've done right.
It's a wonderfully inclusive organization. There's a lot of camaraderie, and each production is sort of like a family. We have fun. And Pam and I were in a production at TCAN in Natick, and I asked her if she might be interested in coming down too, because we acted well together.
Well, I love having you guys on the scene. Pam, thanks so much. How did you find out about it? I think I know we had an open call, and you came down, but
Bill told me about it and suggested that I give it a try. So,
what do you think so far? We're a newbie. This is only our 6th show ever.
Oh.
I think we're growing a little bit each time. I love the fact that our family's growing, and I do feel like we're part of a family. We're getting everybody together, and I enjoy it. And hopefully, you feel the same.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I love your scene. It's called Our Third Date, and there's some funny lines in there. And I won't say who wrote it, Julie Murphy. I won't say who directed, Julie Murphy. And when she's here, we'll interview her. But I'm so looking forward to seeing it tonight. And I'm looking forward to it on dress rehearsal.
Great.
And then on the
Absolutely.
big show. So hopefully you're going to get big crowds coming out.
Indeed.
Any parting comments before we go?
Well, I would encourage anybody to come down because it's a wonderfully inclusive organization, and it's relaxed enough where you really don't have to feel any pressure at all. It's a good time from any avenue that you approach it.
Well, one of the things I think about this organization is we want to have the creative people come in and add their content, their value, their lines, their take on it. And I think having original material gives you that ability to do that. So our model is going to be maybe once a year we do a known entity, but the other part we have other people who write. So we have 8 scenes, all written by local writers, 6 different directors, 27 different actors. So to me, that's a success already. And then having all those people involved, and hopefully you guys can come back and do more shows with us in the future. Thank you. Thank you so much. So there's our great set designer, Rich Greaves, drilling holes into the wall to make sure that swinging door is going to work for us. And that's Rachel, the stage manager, doing her wheeling carty thingy. So they're backstage. There is all the props. Everything that we do for the show is back there. It's all labeled. It's an amazing thing. Let's go take a look over here. You could take a look right there. Inside there is the table labeled every single prop, where it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be there. And Rachel's very, very strict. If anything moves, people lose fingers. People have lost fingers. I've moved 3 things. Look at this. I can't move my fingers anymore. And then on this set, we have Katy Shander-Reynolds rehearsing a scene called Soup to Nuts. So let's watch this for a little bit and see what kind of directing skills she has.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of jocularity.
Multitask. Ideally, I'll show you to your table. Follow me. Napkin drops.
We have a Julia, I think.
Oh, yay! Oh, thank goodness. Okay, take a minute, take a breath. Whenever you're ready, let me know. All right, here we go. Table for two. Enjoy.
Where would you like to sit?
Well, I know it probably sounds silly, but I don't like to sit with my back to the room.
In fact, that doesn't sound silly at all. I feel the same way.
Oh, well,
Well, how about you sit here? And I'll sit right here. And now we both can feel comfortable.
and we can watch everyone else and talk about them without being overheard.
Two things we already have in common. I'm sure you already know what's good here.
Oh, well, everything's good here. I've had it all more than once. Not that I've brought all my first dates here. Not that I've had that many first dates.
It's okay. I don't count up my first dates either. It would be depressing. Not that I haven't had enough, and not that I haven't had so many.
I know it's right there. Oh my God, what? Got you. Can I get you something to drink tonight? I can also answer any questions you might have about the menu.
What are you thinking? Something non-alcoholic or a glass of wine?
A glass of wine would be perfect. Have you selected something in particular?
No. I'm sorry to admit, I really don't know much about wine.
Oh, thank goodness, neither do I. The house Chianti is very nice.
Shall we risk a bottle?
Sure, let's be daring. So I guess we should order red meat or red sauce to go with the red wine.
Chianti is red wine. I'm slightly less ignorant now.
This one seems.
This one seems like a real possibility.
Really? Tell us.
First of all, he's polite. Let her walk to the table first.
Are you sure he was not just checking out her, you know?
No, he saw table 2 drop her napkin, and he stopped to pick it up.
So, he was not just checking out her derriere. That's a good sign.
Then he didn't walk at her facing the room thing.
So, no comments about her paranoia or the Wild West. That's promising.
Cross your fingers.
Does soup count?
I'm sorry?
For the whole wine thing, should one order tomato soup to go with red, chicken soup with white? I happen to love soup and I don't want to make an embarrassing mistake ordering the wrong kind.
I love soup too. I could have it at every meal.
No kidding. I'll tell you a secret then. I happen to have soup for breakfast.
Oh, so does Delia. It's true. If you want to try an amazing egg soup, I'll give you my recipe.
This is Katy Shander-Reynolds giving director's notes to the team that just did that. So let's see what director's note she is going to provide. Let's go up here and see what we can see what she has to say. And then we can put it on film.
I'm on a date.
Yeah.
From your date. You're over here, right?
Yeah.
Before you say anything else, I want you to bring her to your side. You're in love with her. You just met. You love her.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is Delia, right? You're bringing her to show
Get passionate.
Marriage, okay?
You know,
So make sure you do that. Like bring her to your side and present her proudly. Okay. Okay, Maddie.
Yeah.
What do I have to do? I love you so much. What do I have to do to get you to cut her off at that line? Why is that so hard for you?
I even know the cut her off.
Shall I just not even let her say French right? We didn't even
Well,
say
we
it.
didn't get to that today, but just don't leave her hanging. So if, and this looks like it really might happen, I love you, but this might happen. If she doesn't cut you off, just go, just keep going. Don't just stand there and leave all that empty space.
Okay.
Just keep going with the scene.
Okay.
It really doesn't have to happen.
Okay.
Just because
But
I
she
wrote
can
it
also
that
go,
way,
like, you know how somebody's yelling at her.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. But yeah, the feng shui is not hugely
Okay.
important.
Yeah.
But if you don't cut her off, I just don't want everybody kind of standing there like, eh.
Okay,
You know what I mean? So,
I don't want
so
to
that was one thing. You guys, you need to be louder.
Okay.
because I was only like halfway back in that first section and I couldn't really hear you. So, yes, even more.
Yeah.
Even more.
Project.
Use your teacher voice.
Talk to the wall.
Pretend
I'm
there's
giving
a
it
bunch
to
of kindergartners out
I feel like
there.
I'm yelling at my date now.
That's kind of what it feels like when you're on stage, unfortunately. But she won't take it personally. Okay.
See.
Yeah, so I know that we had this discussion last night. You should feel embarrassed by how, like, frantic you are inside. But outside, it's going to look really funny.
Yeah.
So, for example, when you're saying, when he's just told you all the Morses are here, and you're standing there going, "No, we can't do that to her." Like, just reach out, be like dramatic, right?
Okay.
Physical. Use your body.
Billy, Joe White, how you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good. So now, what do you play, though?
I'm playing Roger/Brock in We Must Go On.
And how'd you find out about the show?
Actually, Chris, the director of that show, told me I was doing another show with him over in Holliston. Mm-hmm. So he had asked me if I wanted to do it.
Saw you in Moon Over Buffalo.
Moon Over Buffalo, yep.
Great scene there. It's very good. And so far, what do you think? How do you think it's going?
Having a
How's the
blast.
scene going?
Really good, really good, yeah. It's kind of a little different than some of the other plays that are in this show, so it's exciting.
Yes, yes. So this is your first time for ACT. I've seen you up there, and I think it's great. Maybe, you know, as we start growing a little bit more, we get more shows coming on. You come down and see some of us come up in the spring, and we're doing a couple of shows there, and we're going to try to do 2 a year. And are you local? Where are you from?
Framingham, so yeah.
Oh,
next
he's
town over.
from the other town, which is okay. This is Ashland Community Theater, Ashland Cable, but we could still film Framingham people. That's okay.
Might be a little different if we were in Natick, but
Oh, we don't talk about that. But, well, thank you. Welcome
Thank you.
aboard. Enjoyable. All right, thank you. Come over here. I want to talk to this guy over here. Can you do me a favor? Do me a favor?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm sorry. I'm only here for the beer.
What beer?
There's beer on the stage.
No. That's props. Those are just props.
Oh, I gotta go then.
Okay. So what scene are you in, Dopo?
Scene?
What is your name again, sir?
My name?
Oh, my God. This is brutal. Please. What's your name? Okay. This is
my name,
this
Joe?
this is Mauro Ciccarelli. He co-wrote the scene Lunch on the Run with me. He's a genius. We wrote that over three beers in the
and
backyard.
a bag of
lot
chips.
of bag of chips. Yep. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it live on stage tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
I enjoyed working with you. It's a lot of
Well,
fun.
everybody got together and they voted this one to be the closer.
They
Lunch
did.
on the Run is the closer.
and that vote consisted of you and
Well, let's not get into details.
Okay, good.
Let's not get into details. But now you're a triple threat.
I don't know if I'm a triple threat.
You're a triple threat.
But I've been here more than once.
That's true.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yet you're like a boomerang. You
Triple
can't
threat is
get rid of you.
Sing, dance, and act, and I can't do either.
Well, you show up.
I do show up.
You do show up.
I take up space.
You do take up space, and I like the space you take.
Thank you.
Just don't take my space.
Your space?
My space outside
My
the front.
space?
Yeah, you always yes. My
Was that your car?
Oh yes, it was.
Should we do something about that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a blue Mustang.
Sweet car for a lady like you.
Well, I'm so glad once again you're back. I think you seem to be more doing our fall shows more than the spring, because spring's a lot going on in your life. But
Yes,
it's always nice
sometimes.
to have you back.
I enjoy working with you. I enjoy doing the stuff down at WACA and
Yeah.
here. It's a lot of fun. And thanks for inviting me and working with me. I really enjoy it.
Well, I can't wait to do our next improv.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Do you do improv, Billy? You don't do improv?
I do now.
Whoa, improv is more difficult, I think, than actually learning your lines and being up on stage, because you got to kind of wing things. But would you ever think of trying it?
maybe.
We won't put you on the spot.
Not on camera.
It's
But-
a lot of fun because I usually don't work from the script that Joe gives me, so it's perfect for me.
He's doing improv when he's up there. It's great. So.
Joe gives you a lot of leeway with improv. It's really fun.
Yes. So WAC is going to be here opening night, filming the entire show. So if anybody's interested in watching that, well, we'll get copies of that. Barbara Chisholm has been fantastic with us. She's been great in giving us space to rehearse our scenes at the studio. Absolutely phenomenal, because it enables us to do midweek rehearsals that we were never able to do before. We used to have to rehearse on Saturdays and Sundays in people's basements, so it gives us a lot more flexibility. So Barbara, thank you so much. You've been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Barbara.
She allows me to do a monthly show with Katy, Shander-Reynolds, This is behind the curtain, but she also lets us do improv shows. So the creative juices keep flowing. It's a great partnership. So for those who are going to be hopefully seeing this, December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd is when we are going to be at the David Mendez School, not the middle school, David Mendez School, the one behind the library. So December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we'll have a little couple of promos on Whacker saying this over the next couple weeks, couple days, because it's 24 hours away to showtime. We don't know anything. But Katy's gone. I got the microphone. The world is a beautiful place. I love it. All right, so thank you guys very much. I think maybe Todd will take some B-roll footage to put around this, but thank you so much for everything. December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, dinner conversations at the David Mendez School. Thank you.
Where is that?
It's in Ashland. It's right behind the library. I just said that. Didn't you? Weren't you listening?
No, because I went to the other school earlier.
You did. You
I
were in the
did.
wrong place.
I was in the
You know
wrong
what? The
place.
show was better when you were in the other place.
And you know what?
It was.
I didn't know my lines there either.
Well, your lines weren't there. The lines were here. You were over there doing improv, and people were over here
That's why
doing your
I forgot
lines.
my lines. They weren't here.
I got to work with you all this time. I mean, seriously, it's not only do I have to write with you, I got to talk to you, and you don't even know where to be half the time.
And after the show, I'm moving into your house. Thanks.
When did that happen?
You don't remember?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks. Oh,
No.
by the way, you're
Yeah.
going to get my first tuition payment, too. Thank you.
We got to go before I lose more money. Hey, listen. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Jack Corbett. I happen to be playing Evan in the scene Soup to Nuts, directed by Miss Katy Shander-Reynolds. Katy's a colleague of mine at school, and so she approached me when she dropped her class off, actually, wondering if I would be interested in filling in the role for Evan. In this scene, Evan happens to be taking his lovely date Delia to the restaurant, but really she's actually taking him because her roommate is the hostess. And so believe it or not, you'll find out that my parents happen to be sitting at the table next to ours. And what's interesting about the scene is that it's a play on young love versus, I guess, old love. And I think that she's a brilliant director as well as a phenomenal teacher, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Arnie. Yeah, this is a blast. I love being on stage. I love making people laugh. Totally found out about it. I got an email. You know, don't ask me how he got my name. I was in Washington Street Players a year ago, so that's probably how Joe found out about me. But, you know, in one of the first scenes that I was in that we rehearsed, I found out, oh, I'm supposed to have a thick French accent. I don't know about a French. I don't know anything about French. You know, I stopped taking French in 5th grade because I hated it so much. But watched a couple of YouTube videos and bonjour, bonsoir, how are you? You know, I watched a lot of Canadian hockey players speak French Canadian, right? Patrice Bergeron, anybody a hockey fan, right? So anyway, so now here I am. I'm a maitre d' speaking French. Go figure. This place has gone down the toilet ever since they invited me to speak here. But it's fun. It's great. Anybody can do it. Regardless of whether you have an experience, although the funnier you are, the better, right? I mean, you know, if you're not very funny, you shouldn't be up on stage trying to make people laugh. I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, it's cool. It's all good. So happy to be here. Hopefully you heard me. And I haven't embarrassed myself. And if I have, all better. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joe White from Wacka, and I'm here with Tim Loft.
Hey, nice to see you, Joe.
Nice to be here. So I don't even do this right. What scene are you in?
See how I am? I think it's called On the Run. No? Lunch on the Run. No. Something like that.
Do you have your running sneakers?
No.
Is it a running scene?
I don't believe so. I wasn't called Run, no.
It's, I think, Lunch on the Run, if I'm not mistaken. And what do you play? Are you an extra?
No, I'm a detective.
Really? How'd you get that part?
I have no idea.
Now, this is not your first show, if I'm not. You've been to the rodeo before here, haven't you?
Been to the rodeo before. Done it. Been there. Done it.
And what other plays were you in?
I was in therapy sessions. I was lefty in therapy sessions. And then before that, I was in the other show.
Now, that's interesting, because I was in the other show as well, and I don't recall seeing you in the other show.
Well, I was on one other show.
And who were you with?
I was with Joe. I was Joe's brother. Interestingly, Joe and I didn't have brothers. Neither of us had a brother.
Joe White. So you're both brotherless.
We are brotherless, but we acted as brothers.
Excellent. But you don't remember the play or the scene?
I remember them. I could tell you the lines to a certain degree, but I couldn't tell you the name of either of them.
Well, I was actually in the audience in that show, and I would in fact say it was a very good scene. I was supposed to play that part, but yeah, it was. But I pulled out, and Joe cast you, which I think he did an excellent job, and you did probably a far better job than I would have ever done.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So now, where did you meet Joe White?
Joe White and I met at a Cambridge YMCA.
At the Y?
At the Y.
Like the YMCA?
YMCA.
Did you guys do the dance?
No, we did not. No, we took a course in acting, beginning acting.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I believe you were there.
I was?
Yes.
I have a blank spot, just like that show. I can't remember what we were in. I was there. I was. That's right. And you came for a couple of classes with Kelly, correct?
I did. Kelly, yes, Kelly Holt, and you and I did a couple of classes, and I did one after that, which brought me back in because Kelly told me that Joe was doing ACT. He had started ACT, and that he might want to have some people try out. So I did, and sure enough.
So getting back to this show, you're playing the detective in Lunch on the Run.
I am.
Yeah, and did you cast for that part, or did Joe just kind of...
No, I cast for a different part, but I got that part.
And you doing anything else in the show?
I think I'm a extra.
Well, that's extra nice. So you reminisce...
I get paid the same.
Yeah, I think I get double what you get. Well, that's it for now. The show is this week at the Mendez. Please,
Friday and Saturday.
You know more than I do.
Yeah. Well, we can't remember the names. The Mendez Middle School in Ashland, Massachusetts, and it's going to be fun.
Be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bunny Porter, and I'm going to be in No Ideas Today. And my name is Sheila in the play, and I am the playwright, and I have no ideas. I got involved in Ashland Community Theater last year. I was actually in their June play, which was Neil Simon's Plaza Suite. And that was a lot of fun, so I came out and auditioned for this one. And there's a great surprise ending for this play, so make sure you're there to see it. Thanks, bye-bye.
At $50K a year, college isn't education, it's job training, and it's time for you to get a job.
But Dad, I'm not ready. I'll be going to grad school in a year anyways. What could I possibly get out of some BS entry-level job? Slaving away, doing all the grunt work for the higher-ups. I have great recommendations from college, a killer GMAT score. I just want to travel, see the world a bit right before I have to go to college.
All on my dime, of course.
Dad, we've talked about this. If you just front me $500 for the first plane ticket, I'll be good to go. There are so many opportunities to teach English abroad, or to live on a farm and help out with chores.
You are the most indoor person I know.
People can change.
The last time we went camping, you asked where you could plug your electric blanket in.
Very fun. But, okay, so no, farm, but I'll figure it out somehow. Waitress, or maybe bartend. I'm not trying to live in luxury, I just want to live.
Spare me the hallmark. I'm not buying.
Dad, I graduate in 5 months. I need to start making plans. If you force me into some awful job, I'll hate it. And then I'll hate my life. And then I'll probably get really depressed. And then I'll lose the will to get out of bed, or comb my hair, or do anything really. And then I'll never go to grad school and get a proper job like you want, and I'll end up living in your basement and you'll have to feed me forever.
I see.
Is that what you want?
So you have my best interests at heart.
Both of ours.
You have to trust that I know what's best for you. If you take a whole year off, you'll lose all that work ethic and self-discipline that college taught you. And your recommendations won't be half as effective if you have nothing to show for your gap year. And how exactly will that look to grad school? When you had a chance to become gainfully employed and a contributing member of society, but instead you chose to gallivant around the globe.
I'll be cultured and more open to diversity. I'm a straight white chick, Dad. I need something to write about for those diversity admissions essays.
The answer is no, and that's enough. We're not talking about this anymore. Besides, my appointment will be here in a minute. She has bigger problems.
The drug addicts thing?
Substance abuse.
It really is great that you help those kids out with their recovery.
sucking up.
No, really, those kids need help.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Any of those kids ever take a year off?
Funny. Now get out of here. I'll see you at home.
Hi, I'm here for an interview. Are you here for the Microsoft interview?
Yes. Am I that obvious?
No, don't worry about it. But they usually do them in bunches, and I just finished. That's the guy over there. His name's Mr. Kemper.
Oh, perfect. That's the email said to look out for. Thanks so much. Whew, these things always make me so nervous.
You could always take something for that.
Oh, no. I wouldn't want to go to a job interview after taking some sort of medication.
Right. Well, I hope Microsoft works out for you. Hey, Dad, let's see if this drug addict can help me out.
Are you Mr. Kemper?
Yes, I'm Matt Kemper.
Hi, I'm Alexis Montgomery.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. Sit down, please. We'll get started. Can I get you some water?
Oh, I'm all set for now, thanks.
All right. I'm sorry. It's just you don't look like my typical Katy. Thank you.
I don't?
Not in a bad way. You're just better dressed, that's all.
Well, overdressed beats the alternative.
Right. Now, I'm sure you were a bit surprised about the venue.
Well, yes.
You were expecting something more private, confidential.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll come down the line. But it's our standard policy to hold all first interviews in a public place for obvious reasons.
Such as?
Well, sometimes people can get out of hand.
Out of hand?
Now, I'm sure this doesn't apply to you, but some people can get violent.
Does that happen often?
No, don't worry. I'm sure you and I will have no issues.
I hope not.
Anyway, Alexis, I want you to know that everything you say to me today will be completely confidential, unless you tell me you're planning on harming yourself or others.
Harm? I don't think that's...
And that's just something I have to say. And I want you to know that you can come to me at any point in the next few months with any questions or concerns, or even just to talk. Think of me as a resource.
What was that about violence?
Don't worry. I know this is a long and confusing process.
Yeah, it is. I think my parents are almost more stressed out about it than I am.
Completely understandable. A lot of parents struggle with this.
I do have an older brother, so at least this isn't their first time.
You went through the same thing?
A few years ago.
Must be hard on your parents.
What?
How is he now?
He's great, really happy. Was promoted at Microsoft just last year.
Promoted at Microsoft? Did you say this helped him?
Helped him get promoted at Microsoft? Yes.
Well, it's always inspiring to hear success stories about our alumni. Now, Alexis, the most important thing I want to emphasize is that you have made tremendous progress just by coming here today. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Ashamed? I'm proud to be here.
Proud? We'll come back to that.
Oh, what a rehearsal, huh?
We ran the gamut
we
of
did
that
it
show.
from
We
top-
ran the heck out of that show
top to
tonight.
bottom,
Yeah,
top to bottom.
twice.
Yeah. We did it twice?
Yeah, I think so.
I was asleep
it went
the
so
second
fast.
time.
It was
I was
hard.
asleep
Yeah,
the second
it was
time.
hard to tell.
Oh,
So thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
We
And-
enjoyed
and-
putting on the show for you.
And meeting all wonderful actors and directors and cast members.
All of them.
And
all the
interview
many,
them.
many
Yes.
dozens
You
of
do that.
people.
Yes.
Yes.
So we will be back next month with our year in review show.
Is the year over already?
Can you believe it? It just started
oh my
like 12
gosh.
months ago.
Have you noticed how every year
And like
goes
that.
faster than the year before it?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. I
Anyway.
think it has something to do with daylight savings time.
No, I think it's old age.
Okay.
Creeping in.
Next month. Year in
Year
review.
end, year-end show. Come back and watch it. We hope that you made it to this show live on the stage at the
Yes.
Mendez Theater, but I suppose it's over by now. So if you didn't, you really missed out.
Yes.
And don't miss our next Behind the Curtain.
No, you got it.
All right.
I'm excited.
Good night.
See you now. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.